Genron Designs presents part 2 of installing a sliding shiplap window shutter. This post was sponsored by UFP Edge, Designs to be Seen. You may remember from part 1 that we have already constructed 2 sets of shiplap sliding barn shutters. This is the overall plan on how the shutters were to be installed behind the master bed to cover the windows. The first step in this process was installing a complete headrail across the entire span of the ceiling. Due to the depth of our window seals, we had to build out the header board with an additional trim piece. Adding the secondary trim piece would allow the shutter barn doors to slide freely in front of the window seals. It's very important when you're installing the header board to pre-drill pilot holes in order to not split your trim boards. We also feathered the trim boards together by placing the solid pieces in the middle and using smaller pieces on either end. Next, we installed the slider barn door rail per the factory instructions. Again, we pre-drilled pilot holes prior to installing. Then we installed the rolling hardware to each of our handcrafted shutter doors. Each door received 2 rolling units, and they were simple to install with the factory directions. Next, we lifted the shutters onto the rails, and the stops were placed at either end of the doors. Each shutter required a stop to keep it from rolling past the window and off the rail into the wall. The final step was creating a single stop in the center of the rail to keep the shutters centered and aligned behind the headboard. As you can see, they came together perfectly directly behind where the headboard of the bed was to be placed. Then they were able to slide directly across each of the windows to close them off in the evening hours. Once the furniture was placed, we did have to do some cord management to make sure that the cords were tacked to the floor in order to not be in the way of the doors. For any additional details, please visit our website at www.genrondesigns.com.